Should you do your personal mortgage on 15 years or 30 years? I've been asked that several times since I did the video on the rentals about where to do the rentals on 15 to 30 years or how I like my rentals on 15 years. Well, the difference is, folks, on your personal house, you're paying that payment. On your rentals, the tenants are paying it. So you got to decide if you can afford to pay the difference in the payment. Now, I figured two amortization schedules right here. For those of you who hadn't seen the amortization schedule, it shows every month how much is interest and how much is principal for the entirety of the loan. Now, on a 15-year loan, your payment for $150,000 at 4.5% interest is $1,147.49. Now, the same house, and this is your home we're talking about, $150,000 at 4.5% interest for 30 years, the payment's $760. Now, that's a fairly good difference. I mean, y'all can do the math. I hadn't sit here and figured it out. I probably should have, but I should do a lot of things. I didn't do that. So you say 1147 and some change minus 760 would be 350, about $380 or whatever it works out to be. Well, let's just see what it is. Okay, the difference in the 15-year and the 30-year payment-wise, $387.46. Now, that's, you know, some folks, they can't squeeze that into the budget, and I understand that. Let's say you can't go 15 years, you just can't afford it. Here's what you can do to help reduce your mortgage and not pay as much interest. So let's forget about the 15-year. Let's look at the 30. On an amortization schedule, like right here, it'll show you the first month, how much. Let's just look at your first month payment. Say your payment's $760.03. That first month, that interest you pay is $562.50 with a principal of $197.53. Well, let's say you got an extra $200 next month. You could pay that extra on there and knock a whole month off. Give you a good example. On this loan is I started the payments on the 8th month, which we're in July right now, so I started the payment in August. So that's 5 more months in this year. When there's 5 months in this year, at the end of 5 months, you'll be paid $995.08 principal, and you'll be paid $2,805.07 interest. Big difference. What you could do, if you want to knock all that interest off, is you just write a check for that $995.08, and you just knocked 5 months off your mortgage. Because, see, you don't owe all that interest if you're not using their money. Here's how it works. You know, when you buy a house, and say you're closing at the end of the month, well, they'll tell you you owe interest. And then you go 30 days, you don't have a payment, and then your payment starts. But the reason that is, you've got to use the bank's money for 30 days before you owe on it. Now, I say you got to buy it, you know, you're paying back on it. You're buying that money, but bank says they're loaning it, and this is how you got to do it. So you are using their money for 30 days before you owe them anything. So at the end of that 30 days, you owe them interest and principal. You're paying interest for the months you just used and principal for the current month and interest for the past. Sounds confusing, I know. But here's the way to think about it. You got to use it, use their money, then you owe them, okay? If you don't use their money for, like, say you was going to knock a whole 12 months off. If you look at 2020 on this amortization schedule, at the end of 2020, you'll be paid $2,465.57 principal. That's for 12 months. Interest, you have paid $6,654.79. Now, that's a lot of interest. But say you had some extra come in on your taxes, or you sell something, sell a car or something, you got an extra $2,400, $2,500, and you want to apply it to your mortgage. Well, that principal of $2,465.57, if you pay that amount, you knock a whole year off your loan. So now instead of owing, 29 years, of course it's 5 months already went by, but you knock a whole year off, so you'd only owe 28 years and 7 months, because you already had it 5 months and then this year. So, but if you understand what I'm saying, you only pay interest on money you got to use it a month. It's just like if I loaned you $50 and I say you owe me $50 and $5 interest at the end of 30 days. Well, you've got to have that money for a whole month before you owe me the $5. Same way with this. You've got to use the bank's money for a whole month before you owe them the interest. Well, if you don't use that money, you paid the principal, you saved all that interest. That's how you knock down your principal on your loan without paying a bunch of interest. You get extra, you pay down. And it's all the way, to the end. I'll show you when you're done with this 30-year mortgage, if you carry it out just like it is, you'll be paid $123,609 and 26 cents. $123,609.26 goes toward the interest, and $150 went toward the principal. That's on the 30-year. Now, I know we done decided a lot of times on the 15-year you can't afford to do it. That's why you can pay down on your principal. You just want to be sure when you get a loan, there's no prepayment penalty where you can pay extra. But let's look at the 15-year. If you could afford to pay that $300 and what we say it was, $387.46, if you could pay that much more every month, at the end of 15 years, you have now on this, at the end of 15 years, you've paid only $56,548.21 and $150,000 principal. You saved a chunk of change. But the old saying, if a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his butt. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But everybody can pay extra on their principal at some time or another on a 30-year loan. Be sure it's no prepayment penalty, that you can pay extra and you can knock months off. I hope you've understood this. Is kind of hard to explain for somebody like me explaining it to you. I'm not that good at explaining it. Biggest thing, remember, if you don't use their money, you don't have to pay them interest. So you pay extra, get ahead. You don't pay the interest because you didn't use their money. Remember, I give you $50, you owe me $5 interest for 30 days. You don't keep it 30 days, you figure out how much interest it is. It breaks down. Anyway, that's how you can knock your loan down, pay it off sooner. So with a 30-year loan, recap, if you got a 30-year loan, be sure there's no prepayment penalty. Pay extra on the principal, and every time you pay extra on the principal, you're saving interest. This is Rick Jarman, Real Estate Investing Old School. I hope this has been helpful. Have a good day.